What up, though? It's your boy Uncle Ben being 7 Mile, better mile. You niggas never touched 100,000.
You're tuned in to Need That Podcast.
And if you need that, come get with that because we got that. You feel me? Hey, today I got a special guest, my motherfucking dog, big homie, my nigga. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I call him BNF, B&E Reef. You know what I'm saying? B&E Reef. But this my dog, my big homie. I learned a lot of stuff from this man. You feel me? What's going on, Reef? How you doing, brother?
Good, man. How you?
You been all right?
Most
You feel me?
definitely.
Hey, man. I know it ain't just to carry this nigga. This is a big nigga, man. You feel me? This big nigga run up on you, got to shoot this nigga. Like,
I look small right now.
no, you lying. Stop it.
I'm sitting next to the big dog.
Hey, before we get into this interview, though, we're going to start it off like this.
Now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world on HBO pay-per-view.
All y'all, we see all
Ladies
y'all.
and gentlemen, from Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah.
This joker got me snapping my fingers.
Hey, I know you a gangster, man. I know you a
Look
gangster.
at this dude.
Listen, I know you a gangster. That's just what we do on the show. But it's nice to see you, brother. How you been?
Nice to see you, man. I've been good, man.
You look clean.
I'm always clean.
Oh,
you know
that's
what
a fact. That's a fact.
Other than when I'm in the workforce.
Right. Hey, look, that's one thing about my dog. I know my dog can dress. That's one thing my dog can do. He can dress. You like my setup though, back up in here?
I love the setups. Nice right here.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to do something since you fired me. You know what I'm saying? I said I had to do something since you fired me, baby.
I'm glad you picked yourself up. Pick your head up, keep your head
Hey,
up.
but y'all, you know what I'm saying? You think I'm bullshitting for real. The man really fired me, though. This, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't know. Did I fire you? Did I fire you? Nah, I don't think I fired
you ain't fired me. You did not fire
You
me.
fired yourself.
I did. But at the same time, you saved my job on so many occasions. You
So
feel
many,
me?
so many.
So many occasions. But to give you a little background on how I know Reef, you feel me? I had started working at this job. I really don't even want to give it no publicity.
Nah, it's terrible.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to give it no publicity. But I started working for this job. Didn't know nothing about the field, nothing about no doors, no frames, or no nothing. The man gave me the opportunity. You feel me? I came in there, learned what I had to learn. You know what I'm saying? I became the best nigga in that bitch. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I know I was the best nigga in there doing that shit, but hey, to each his own. You feel me? But I just want to give you your flowers now. I just want to say thank you for giving me that opportunity.
No problem, big.
I needed that. You know what I'm saying? Because the road I was on,
It was effed up, big.
I was fucked up.
But it was a season, you know, you learn, you
Yeah,
grow.
that's a fact. Now, you're an operations manager for this company, correct?
Correct.
How did you get there? Like, did you start from the bottom or did you come straight in?
Most definitely straight from the bottom. Everything started at the bottom. I mean, tell you a little bit. You know, I went from Little League to the block,
To the block,
from the block to the cell,
to the block, to the cell,
from the cell to the workplace.
to the cell, to the
I mean,
workplace.
That's how I went. That's the order it went in.
Okay, now I'm gonna start at the top and then I'm gonna go down.
You work your way down,
I'm
right?
gonna work the way.
All right. So right
That
now,
was nasty. Yeah, I ain't say it. He said it, y'all. You feel me? He
work
said
your way
it.
down. Yeah,
But
I mean,
look, okay, so being an operations manager and coming in the door, I'm talking about as far as coming in the doors in the company, you started from the bottom, correct? Or did
correct. Nah,
Okay.
most definitely I came in as a welder. Just been out about 3 weeks.
So oh wait, so you already knew how to weld before you went in?
Yeah, I know how to weld before I went in.
Okay.
All right, and I learned how to weld after one of my other stints of coming out.
So you've been locked up on
Multiple occasions.
Oh, okay, multiple occasions.
Multiple occasions.
Y'all see why I call him B&E Reef?
Nah, never for being neat. You know what I mean? Try to sling them things. You know what I mean?
You
Quite wasn't working out in my favor.
You feel
But
me? BMF before BMF. But,
yeah, well, that's what I tried to be.
right, I feel that.
I thought I was.
I thought I was. You feel me?
All
But
right.
yeah, so started off as a welder, and then from a welder, what did you do? Management with supervisor?
Nah, welder went up to next position, another department, learned that, became a lead man, from a lead man to a plant supervisor, from a plant supervisor, then I became the ops.
So you really went through the trenches like every stage.
Every stage.
See, I used to when I used to work with you, they used to really. I told you this. It used to really bother me. Like, oh, you the operations manager. Why is you out here in the field? But shit, that's what you come from. So you know what I'm saying?
I come from, I do, man.
You
I
feel
put my hands in it, you know.
That was nasty. That was crazy. But
Kill me with this, B.
but that was but so that's crazy. Like, so that took how long? Many years did it take to get to operations manager? If you don't mind me asking.
Took me about good 11 years.
Okay, that ain't bad. That ain't bad.
About 10, 11 years.
Cause I done seen this man just out of nowhere, like look at me, like, you know what, big boy, I'm sick of this shit. I need a raise. And go in that bitch and complain and get a raise.
I ain't get no raise, but I stepped out with some stats.
Hey, right, right. He look, coming there bragging and shit, little bit boy, they put another 10 in my shit. I'm like, look.
Yeah, they gave me some stacks. I got a couple of racks a couple of times. Yeah.
So you was born and raised where?
Patterson, New Jersey. No doubt.
Patterson, New Jersey. Shout out Patterson, New Jersey, man. Is that around North New Jersey?
Yeah, it's about 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes.
For real?
That's it, yeah.
Damn. Did you ever have any beef with some Newark niggas?
Nah, man, I had nothing but love for Newark. You know what I mean? I had beef from Patterson sometimes, but you know.
But you from Patterson?
But I had nothing but love for people from Newark. You know what I mean? That's where my peoples was at too.
Okay.
So you know, my wife from Newark.
Okay.
And
shout out Auntie.
yeah, I got a lot of peoples over there in Newark.
Okay. Now my next question is, how many siblings you got? How many brothers and sisters you got?
Oh, brothers and sisters, man, I just found a couple of them.
For real?
2 of them, yeah, man. Seemed like Pops was a Rolling Stone, man.
Damn.
I know I would have caught him. I would have put a couple smacks on him.
Okay.
But you know what I mean? But that's another different topic.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But no, I'm talking about how many siblings grew up in the house with you?
That's me and my sister.
Just you and your sister. Now, is your sister older or younger?
Younger.
Okay.
Yeah, she's young. She's
Okay.
younger. No streets, no none of that. You know?
Okay. You did all that.
I did all that for her. Then I had my little cousin, like my brother. He was out there. You know what I mean? Then his sister. So they like my brothers and sisters too. But so
Okay.
the 2 boys, I should say, was out there in the streets a lot.
Okay.
My mother had 10 brothers, so I had a lot of cousins. You know, that, they was out there.
Right.
You know, I followed the tradition of effing up.
Okay.
So you know, majority of the boys did.
Right.
We followed that tradition.
Right.
And that's just something because we knew. That's what
Right.
we knew.
That's
so
all y'all
that's
knew.
what we did.
Understood. I understood. Just like from where I'm from, shit. We only did what we know.
So, yeah,
Everything what we see.
As you get older, you learn. You know
That's a
what I mean?
fact. Shit, as you do time, you learn,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
you learn a whole lot. You haven't got a lot of time to think.
Yeah.
So it came up like that. You know, from like I said earlier. You know, you play little league. I switch you around. We did a lot of sports. I'm pretty sure you experienced the same.
Yeah.
As a black man, anyway,
Mhm.
you play a lot of sports in your community, in your environment. You get to know everybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
The only way we feel we could come up is through the drug game.
Right.
Nobody teach us about credit, so that's the first thing. Nobody teach our young men about credit and them things like that to obtain anything.
We never had nobody,
We don't,
right.
we don't have that.
Right.
So our first thing that we look at is the dudes on the block, the hustlers, everybody getting money.
I want that chain he got on.
Want that chain. This
That
is the small
Benz he pulling
things,
up
yeah.
on,
So
yeah.
you know, and these is all things you can obtain
Right.
with good credit.
Right.
You know what I mean? You figure you start off with nothing. So you
Right.
get a credit card. If we knew this as a young man, you get a credit card or anything of that nature. 'Cause you got a good name. Your name is good. It ain't messed up right now. So you figure the system goal is to F your name up.
Right.
So once they stigmatize and put that on your record,
They
you
got
effed
you.
up in the
Right,
game now.
right.
Now everywhere you go, you march. So you know, and it just happened. I got blessed and had the opportunity twice. I came home from prison the first time. Got on a drug charge. Came home, bumped into somebody. They put me onto a job. That's why I learned how to weld. Man, don't pass out on me, man. I ain't doing no CPR.
Oh no. This is good Zaza. Y'all ain't had this back in the day.
You have it good, Joker. You pass out, you're gonna be rolling around in that chair. Now I mean, I don't deal with police, man.
I know you know. I feel
No
you.
ambulance, no police can't
I
run
don't-
my name.
Hey man, I don't mess with no federales either.
Yeah,
But listen,
man.
we gonna get to when you You started or whatever. So okay, it was your sister, you and your sister and your cousin, right? Ma Dukes, did she work late nights? What mornings? What?
Mom's just work. Most of your regular 9 to 5.
Right.
So she worked 9 to 5. Taught me how to cook. Had to cook and feed my little sister. So
Yeah.
my little sister's 7 years younger than me.
Okay, yeah.
So I learned about 11, 12 years old how to cook.
Yeah.
Burnt a few chicken wings and everything.
Facts,
But
facts.
I learned that.
Yeah.
Ate some raw food.
Yeah.
Thought it was crispy.
Thought it was good and it wasn't right.
It wasn't right.
That's
you know
a
what I mean?
fact.
So I like boiling hot dogs and
That's a nigga
peanut butter
specialty
jelly.
right there. That's a
Specialty.
nigga go to right there.
Throw some mustard and ketchup on it. Good.
That's a fact. So, what made? Okay, I know you said you wanted the things that you seen the dope dealers and you know what I'm saying. You wanted those things like the chains and the cars and the money, but what really just made you jump off the porch like, fuck it, this is what I'm going for?
All right, well, my first experience, right, and it started off like this, man. I don't expose too much.
Yeah,
about
right,
how it
right.
happened.
We ain't gonna do
But look,
all
how it happened was daggone my man from off the block. I probably was like 13, 14. You know what I mean?
13, 14?
13, 14 years
Damn.
old. So, mine's moved up to this area in 10th Ave, Patterson. We at that time was known as like a heavy weed spot. You know what I mean?
Right.
So everybody came over there, caught weed. It didn't matter who you was.
Right.
Was asking you
This
for
where
weed.
you get the weed from.
Yeah, it's where you get the weed from. It
Right,
don't matter.
right,
You see a
right.
little kid on the block with the weed at. You know
Right.
what I mean? I got that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So my man, it started off, he's like, yo, Sharif, man, you ain't doing nothing. Just hold this, and then when I come get it, you know what I mean? You just pass it off, and I hit you off with a few bucks.
Right.
All right. Yeah, no problem, baby. So I'm like, yeah, you ain't getting me, B.
Right,
Giving me no $20 like I'm a little knucklehead or
Right,
something.
right.
So I start, skimming off the top.
Right.
Take a few for myself, you know.
Right.
You taking 10, I'm taking 2.
Right.
So I started doing a little hustling down at the other end of the block. It didn't make no difference because
Right.
it was.
You done learned the game now.
Yeah, it's heavy moving.
Right.
So I'm selling weed now.
Right.
So I said, F it, I'm selling me some weed.
Right.
Didn't know nothing about the
Right,
game, but
right.
it was easy to sell.
Right.
It sell itself.
Right.
Joe could come ask you, yo,
Right.
you got something?
Yep.
Most
Yep.
most
Right.
definitely. What
Yeah,
you
right,
need,
right,
baby?
right.
I've been around. I heard a
Right.
few things. So
Talk
I
your
was
shit,
13
Reed.
at that time.
Talk
Yeah,
your
13.
shit. Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I got what you need.
Right.
F it. No, I can't buy nothing though.
Right.
My mom's is working. I
Right.
got my siblings in the house.
Right.
So all I could buy is like a bunch of food. Burger
Right,
King,
right,
Dunkin'
right,
Donuts,
right.
treating everybody.
Right.
What you need.
Right.
I got it. As long as it's food.
Right.
I couldn't buy nothing materialistic.
Right.
My mom's ain't that crazy.
Right. Like, where you getting this shit from?
Yeah,
You played it right. You played it
So
right.
I wound up getting knocked off 14 on some humbug junk. Dude
So
came
you got
in.
locked up
I
14?
got locked up at 14 on some humbug. That's when we was winning them triple fat gooses.
Ooh.
I had a,
we went old school with the triple fat
Triple
goose.
fat goose. I had some weed. I had about 40 bags stuffed up in here.
Nickel bags.
No, it was dime bags.
Ooh, that boy was 14
Remember,
selling
I was skimming off my man.
Right.
Now my man, he had the heavy. He was like, at that time he was
Right.
a little bit of heavyweight.
He
But
had
we
it.
all in high school. He's in high school.
Right.
I'm just a little younger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
13-year-old kid, but I'm skimming the bags. I'm gonna let them hear this too, and then,
Right.
skimming off the bags. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was skimming it.
This shit old, B. You know what I'm saying?
It don't matter.
It
Man.
really don't
It's
matter.
back in like '88, something like that.
Right.
87, 88. Skimming off. a
Nigga,
little
I was
bit.
2. I was 2 years old.
Skimming off it. So that time I had about 40 bags. Now this is mine. He had his own. So that time I wound up getting knocked off playing a video game. This is how I wound up getting knocked off. I'm in the store playing a video game. We used to call this one cop 7-footer. He came up in there like, yo, didn't I tell you not to be
That
up
was
in here no more?
nasty.
Ooh.
Yeah, but go ahead. I'm
Tell me
listening.
not to
though.
be in there no more. So he snatched me up, boom. Wound up, the events happened. He wound up taking me downtown. They pat my coat down to find it.
Right.
Knocked me off. At that time, my stepfather, my mom was like, what my son doing with drugs, blah, blah, blah. So they go in there, my little cousin's like, yeah, I think he got it up in here. Now at that time, he like 9. So he was a little kid.
Right.
About 9. So they go in there, search my spot, move the dresser, and find a suitcase. I had about 80 bags in there.
Right.
So I asked my mom, what must that Pops did with that, man? I don't know what he did with it. I know what he did. He sold it and smoked. That's what he did with it, man.
Right.
So that's my first time, basically, me experienced that juvenile thing. And after that, I got locked up probably like 2-3 more times for juvenile.
Okay, 1 second. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Rocco, give it away from the door. Go lay down. Sorry, man. The killer's at the door, man. They, you know what I'm saying? You know, I got, you know what I'm saying?
They thought this joker was in here eating Vienna sausage without
Hey, but so, and I remember you telling me the second time you got locked up because they found your bite marks on a baby pig's neck. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You was out there assaulting pigs and shit. You know what I'm saying? But no, real talk. So look, after your father, you say your stepfather, he found the nigga went and found the work. You feel me? Either he smoked it or he sold it.
Yeah. Either or. I think he did both. But
Right.
Yeah.
So what's your next move after that?
All right, next move. I'm still a juvenile. Do a little bit, come home. So from the juvenile, I'm good right now. So, you know, I do the graduating high school. I actually got out of there on time, and I missed about 50, 60 days a year.
Yeah.
But I got through that. They put the pressure on me with the academics.
Right.
12th grade, I thought I was gonna slide up out of there with about 4 classes.
Right.
Nah, they hit me with the whole full joint.
Ooh, 7 hours.
The whole
8 hours.
8 hours.
Oh.
You were there the whole day, man. You got to take all that. 2 histories, 2 gyms,
Oh.
2 Englishes.
Oh.
How I get 2 gyms, man?
You say you got some get back, nigga. You got to give up some makeup to do,
Man,
nigga.
2 gyms, 2 histories, and 2 Englishes.
That's
Man.
crazy.
And a filling joint in there and then lunch. So they hit me with all of them.
Right.
So, but after that, I did the high school thing, did a little short stint with the college, didn't like that. Then went to another school, Lincoln Tech. I went to after that. Got kicked out of that. And I went to Dover Business College, finished that. Finished that job, went to work for another job, got that job.
Were you a violent person growing up?
I won't say violent. I would just say I can get violent.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you this: Were you a bully?
Nah, you got mixed reactions with that on bullying. You know what I mean?
I mean, far as like if you
All right.
you knew you could.
All right, in high school, look, let me put it like this: in high school,
Okay.
it was probably a bunch of dudes on my block. I said probably a good 60, 70 dudes on my block, right in the 3-block radius. So it's a pretty decent sized block, you know what I mean?
Okay.
During this time, I say I was a kid going to school down the hill, but I lived up the hill on the opposite side of town. So I used to get into it with dudes here and there, you know what I mean? So you start and say you fight every week.
Right.
From 12 years old, I was fighting almost every day. Maybe 10. Because probably 10, 11, I was bullying a little bit.
Yeah.
12, when I went to about 12 years old, this is when it happened, like the crack epidemic came in for me.
Yeah.
That 86, 87. Mm-hmm. I got dudes in my class like 16, 17 years old. I'm 12 years old.
Wow.
So you got dudes 16, 17.
And you 12?
And I'm 12. These
Wow.
dudes selling crack, you know. These dudes selling crack, and you know, you like 12 years old. They got money all over.
Crazy.
So, you know, they buying $100 sweatshirts thrown in class. So I'm like, okay, I see my man, he used to send this one kid to the store while we in class. I remember we in 7th grade. God bless the dad, man, my man Power You.
Talking shit.
He dad going to send this dude to the, I ain't gonna tell who, because dude's still living there. He used to send to the store, but he's 12 years old anyway. He used to send this kid to the store. So I'm like, well, I could do that.
Right.
So, you know, I'm like, after that, you know what I mean? So the first day of school I got there, I got into it with him the first day I got there. So this girl named Tasha, daggone broke it up. I wound up fighting her brother probably a few months later. It was like a clique of them. So, you know, It was a bunch of them. So, it's almost, I'm in a position of being bullied now. So I'm like, oh, F that. So I'm fighting, I'm fighting multiple dudes.
Get up off me.
Yeah, because I'm like, this ain't happening, B.
Right.
It ain't going down like that,
Right.
So I'm fighting. I probably lost about 2 of them fights. You always hear me say the last fight I lost was in 88, B.
Yeah.
Yeah, 88. That's it.
Yeah, we still looking for you, nigga.
Yeah, I ain't taking no more L's, man. And I was waiting for dudes to jump up and say something as we got older.
Right,
'cause I still
right.
felt some type of way, you know what I mean?
Right, I feel you.
But so you get that when you start fighting constantly. Even though, and I'm playing sports, so I knew a lot of these dudes down the hill.
Right.
Because that's where you make sure I grew up. That's my foundation was that down the hill.
Right.
All the way up until I graduated high school.
Mm-hmm.
But I lived up the hill. So my boys was on the other side of town. The dudes that 13, 12,
Right.
I see them every day, all day. I'm hanging
Right.
out with them when we
Right.
out of school. So I'm down the hill. I'm fighting all the time, B. And at that time, I wasn't gonna walk 2 hours back down this
Right.
for some beef. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I just had to see you when I get down
Right,
here on the next day.
Right,
you know what I
right,
mean?
right.
So the fighting, so the bullying. Some people will say I was a bully. I wasn't really a bully in my mindset.
Right.
Me, I just defend myself.
You was just
That's
holding
it.
your shit down.
And then certain dudes, if I felt like they ran their mouth, and then you got to fight them.
Right.
So, some people still looked at me as I was bullying, but I wasn't really a bully.
Right.
I was more so like, you run your mouth, then you got to hold your own,
This nigga was a bully.
So I had some incidents you could say I was bullying. And then my man, God bless that, my brother who died, Isaac, I forgot what they called him, Cream or something, whatever. I forget what they called him.
Pause.
But we hold a couple kids over the bridge by the ankles.
What?
I ain't gonna incriminate myself, B. But nah, it's an old situation. So yeah, we hold my man over the bridge. I did some bull that I can't speak on, but that I can speak on because we was little kids.
Right,
so
right.
we hold the dude over the bridge. Thought it was a joke. We would have dropped dude. We would have been in there for a
Y'all
long
would have
time.
been in there forever. Bro.
We hold him over the Great Falls, B.
Okay, let me say, have you ever been a bully like to the point took a nigga lunch money type bully?
Yeah, I did some bull like that. I took a couple coats, took a couple items that wasn't mine, B. You know what I mean? But at that time,
Wait, bro. I asked this man, did he take
that's not bullying,
some
B.
lunch money?
That's not bullying.
This nigga said lunch money. Nigga, I took a couple coats.
Coats, but that wasn't bullying, B. That was just to the fact that, you act like you a tough dude.
Right.
And then,
I'm gonna show you.
Then we put the pressure on you. Then we see what happens. You fold.
Right.
So that's what that was. I wouldn't say it was a bullying because it was only a few incidents I did things like that,
Okay. So you sat back like, okay, you see the nigga, he ain't what he say he is.
So yeah, you talking from a time span from 88 to 92.
Yeah.
88 to 92, I had a little chip on my shoulder at times, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It was just certain incidents I had that chip on my shoulder. Now fighting wise, we was always fighting. Right. Fighting wasn't no big thing, You fight dudes from other areas and that's that. Right. I did I had a couple robberies, but that wasn't my thing. You know what I mean? Me running with some other dudes, we did a few robberies, but that wasn't my move.
Right.
I was more so into try to get the hustle game.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Understood.
The hustle thing was mine.
Before we get to your second bid, that's crazy, nigga. Say before we get to your second bid.
It's funny, dude.
Before we get to your second bid, you know you my nigga, and I know you.
All right, what you got, B?
Come on, man. Rock with me.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I know my dog.
Oh,
I know my dog.
That's that right. That's that joint right there, B.
I know my dog right there.
I be feeling like the man when I walk through. I ain't stunning what you saying when I walk through. I got all these hoes staring when I walk through. I done made a few bands on the walk through. Watch me, hey, why me walk through? Watch me, hey, why me walk through?
This my dog shit right here.
Hey, why me walk
Yeah, you gotta pump that, B. You hearing that right there?
I done made a few bands on the walk through. People don't know now, don't talk to. Me and Problem in the big hill.
It took you back then.
Sitting at the round table making balls move.
Hey.
Gucci on my feet. Who got more money, you or me?
Me.
I'ma walk through usually.
With my
Nigga better believe that I got the
to me.
I done jumped past security. What the fuck do you need glasses just to see me? When
Yo, when they pulled it out the crate, sir.
You had to pull it out the crate for my dog.
If I were blind, I could still smell money. I can't trust no outside niggas, they could tell them.
Fuck them alphabet boys.
Cause I keep a L on me. I smoke good, throwing up my set in your hood, nigga. Feeling like the man when I walk through.
Yeah, that's definitely my joint right there, big.
I already know.
Yeah,
You ain't got to
definitely
tell
pump
me.
that.
I already know.
Yeah, you know, definitely pump that.
I already know.
But was definitely so. All right, what's your second part, B? What you gonna hit me
What?
with?
What? Nah. Your second bid. How old was you on your second bid?
All right, second bid. Now I'm in my 30s on the second one.
Okay.
So now I'm in my 30s on the second one.
I do apologize. That's too much. That's
Too much gap
that's
because
too
we
much.
jumped from 92.
Yeah. That,
All right, so
okay. How did you cross over from weed to dope?
all right. So I sold crack cocaine. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Hell of a drug.
You smoke crack, don't you?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Oh, that movie at that time, those was my peoples in that movie.
For real?
Lean on me, yeah. So those was my peoples from my block.
Okay.
On that. So I didn't go to East Side because they ain't had no books.
So that shit was real.
That
They
was
had
real.
They
B.
had no books?
That's a real story right there.
Jewels dropping, nigga.
That's a real story right there.
Need
man,
that
for those
podcast. You
ain't
need
from
that. Come
area,
get me
you know
that,
what I
'cause
mean?
we
Joe
got
Clark, Patterson, New Jersey, B. That's a real story right
Okay.
But yeah, them dudes ain't had no books, man. They was dumb. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not all my people's in East Side, because I got a lot of people, like I said, that's my area. You know what I mean?
Right.
But other than that, man, ain't had no books up there.
Okay.
So no, all right. So from '92, so we go from '92. I start. Definitely, I was still working at that time. No hustle game, no none of that.
Okay.
Then my cousin, God bless the dead, you know, merciful Allah. You know what I mean? That's my cousin,
Okay.
aka Dino.
Dino. R.I.P. Dino. Shout out to Dino.
Yeah, Big Dino. You know what I mean?
Big Dino.
But he was definitely out
Pause.
there hustling. He was doing a lot of things out there at that time. So he used to take me up to New York, a lot of things like that, and show me a lot of stuff with a cop from how to hustle, how to cook it, and all of that. So,
Right.
you know, now, remember, in this, I'm not known for none of this drug thing, because, you know, brother, after '92, brother just start working.
Working,
None of
right,
that,
9
you
to
know.
5, yeah.
So regular average Joe.
Right.
Know what I mean? Just still a fight. That's
Right.
it. Other than that, though, I'm doing my thing, just going to work. Start messing around with him. So I'm like, okay, he put me on the game, showed me a little bit of this dipping and dabbing. So he'd break me off. At the time, 12 grams or something like that. I don't know about that, B. I just wanted some quick cash, B.
Right.
So I didn't break it down on nothing. I go give it to my man over there, like, yo, man, give me about 300 for this right here, real quick.
Right. He getting down like, oh yeah, I can use
Yeah, most definitely, because he know what's going on.
Right,
with that, you know what I mean?
right.
So me, he like, oh man, you giving it,
Right,
and it was
right.
about $30 a gram. Sometimes back in that day, 20 something. So you know. Depends on where you get it from. No, I done jumped to my 30s. No, at that time, 18, it was in the 20s, low 20s.
Okay.
$22 a gram, something like that.
Okay.
So dad gonna mess around, just passing it to him real quick. He do what he do. That's my man Rail. He was from Jackson Street. Now the reason I'm saying the names, you know what I mean? So you know the confirmation if anybody even asks, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's who they are. They know.
Right. They
what we're
know
speaking
the
about.
work you put in, nigga.
So boom. So other than that, so you say from then I'm about 20, 21. Yeah, I stopped working at JVC.
What's JVC?
JVC used
I'm
to
a
make
young
like
nigga.
televisions and all of that. You know, like the Panasonics and all that, the Sonys. So I was working there after I finished school. I supposed to went to Ford and got knocked off. But let me tell you what led up to that, right? So boom, I'm still with the nickel and diamond right now.
Right.
So boom, my cousin taught me all of this. So I done chopped it up a little bit, spent about $500. Give me a little bit of work, chop it up, whatever, break it down, probably make about $1,200 off it. So boom, after that, I'm doing that. I'm nickel and diamond.
Right.
I wound up getting knocked off at about 21.
Right.
Get locked up, boom. Had a couple incidents in prison, man. You know, it wasn't nothing. It ain't never pop.
We
off.
gonna get to that. We gonna
Ain't
get to
nothing
that.
Pop off.
We
man.
gonna get to
I
that.
kind of played dudes out a couple
We
times.
gonna get to that.
But boom. So then we dag on come home. Next thing, I'm living all right now. You know, I go, like I said, blessed I find a job within a couple of weeks after I come home.
Right.
Now, my wife at this time, you know, my wife now is currently still my wife, but she ain't on none of that. You know what I mean?
Facts.
She ain't on none of that. You met her. She definitely ain't on none of that.
None of that.
So
Absolutely
she's
not.
like, all right, we got to move from over here. You know,
You on some bullshit.
yeah, this ain't no good town for you.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't go too far.
Mm-hmm.
Just say we only go 20 miles away from the town. That ain't
Oh,
far.
nigga, I'm over there every day.
I'm there every day.
I'm over there every day.
Every day, all day.
Man,
So-
please.
So boom, I stopped working. My job moved down to West Virginia. So these dudes offered me. Now I'm looking for another job. So they offered me. Now that's about a 5-year time span. I'm chilled out.
Right.
So you're talking about from like 21, 22, 27, probably 27, 28. I ain't doing nothing. I'm just chilling. F it. I lose my job, right?
Right.
Boom, my job move, relocate. So these dudes is like, we got jobs for, $10, $12. That's $10, $12.
Right.
About 30 years old, B.
Right.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
Right,
I'm
right.
not doing that.
That's
So I
the
said,
thing.
you know what? So I'll go back out on the block. So I'm, do my
Wait,
observation.
because you cannot be 30 years old making $10.
Can't make it $10.
You
B.
can't do
it's,
that.
It's a rough life. It's too rough out here. You know what I mean?
No, go
you
ahead.
can't do number 15 right now.
Right, that's a fact.
So I'm like, okay. I go back outside to the block, do a little bit of observation, how I'm gonna move, and all this. I mess around and start copping me some wholesale.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you how this thing went. I copping me some wholesale. Now I got some connections because of course my cousin in them, but I'm not using none of this. This I'm doing solo.
Right.
So boom, my dad gonna cop me a few joints, probably like 60 dimes or something like that here and there. Boom, start moving that. So okay. Now I go cop me about 25, 30 grams. I said, okay, this I'm gonna chop this up and see what I get.
Right.
Chop it up, move that quick. I said, F it. Now, well, I skipped it too, but back in my 20s.
Go ahead,
But
go
no,
ahead.
we gonna stay in my 27, 30 area.
Okay.
Cause this is where it really started happening.
Okay.
Boom. So I said, okay, after that, I'm gonna stop because I started seeing a lot of sales come through. Like, give me 20, give me 15 of them. So okay, I said, all right, got buying like that. So I said, after this dime work, this dime work taking too long.
Mm-hmm.
So I started making 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is where everything turned the corner for me. I started making
Yeah.
50s.
It's more traffic.
Man, more trap, my phone started blowing up. Yo, I started doing the 50s. I almost made me like a business card.
Right.
So this
Right,
basically what I did. So the 50s coming, I'm selling the 50s. I'm running out too fast. So $1,000 ain't gonna work.
Right.
I can't flip a thousand. That ain't gonna
Right.
work for me.
Right.
So
Ooh, talk your shit.
so now I'm like, F it. I'm gonna spend about $3,500 real quick. See what that do for me. $3,500 moving about 4 days. I said, God damn. So boom, I go back up top. Now I'm spending about $5,000, $6,000. So I said, this should work right here for me.
Right.
Now I'm doing it like in a week and a half is gone, all the work. So you spend about $5K, you making about a good 10,
Right.
almost double
You
your money
doubling it
based
up,
off with
for
how you
sure.
cut it up.
Of
So
course.
and plus I was tearing them up because I
Right.
wasn't even giving them a grand
Oh,
for
right,
$50.
right.
I was giving them like 0.6.
Right.
So 0.6 of them every gram.
They
So
loving it, though.
They loving it because they just see a chunk.
Right.
So boom, I said, all right, bam. I got scared. In 3 days, I made like 10 G's. So I get a little shook, because I'm moving by myself.
Right,
no crew,
right,
no
right.
nothing.
Ooh.
I'm doing all this off the phone.
Right.
So off the phone, I'm just sitting in the house now, sitting in my car.
Right.
I'm almost like banker hours. You know what I mean?
Talk your shit.
I'm on banker hours, B.
Right.
So I get up and move how I feel. But then I get these calls. Dude call me 3, 4 in the morning. Let's see if I need about 500. All right, I get up out of bed for that. You know what I mean?
Right.
'Cause you effing with my sleep now.
Right,
So I'm
right.
talking greasy and everything.
Ooh.
So now I'm seeing 20.
It ain't shit to
20K.
you now.
Now it ain't nothing because now
Right.
it go fast and it's coming.
Right.
Now I'm mid level. I ain't no top notch flipping keys.
But you coming up,
But
though.
I'm buying a quarter keys. I'm
Right.
buying a quarter key at a time. Now who want to test that man? My man, y'all can ask my man Rat. and I'm from 12th Ave, B. Yeah, I copped a few times from them.
Talk your shit.
When my New York thing didn't fall through. You
Talk your shit.
Confirm them numbers, B.
Talk your shit.
So, yeah, you know, I do that like that consistently. So, yeah, I got, now we were talking about the Jews. I had the Jews. Confirm. If you're from the block, you know, you see the big chains on. And you saw the diamond dog tags. Yeah, I wore that. Matter of fact, I asked my sister and my baby mama because they ripped me for it. But, yeah, other than that, though, so, you know, I caught the one charge on some humbug bull. At the one charge, I was out on bail. So I get on 3 bails. Now, let me tell you how about the first one. The first one happened on some humbug junk. I'm riding by, I'm going to meet this cousin. Daggone riding through there, and daggone my cousin stopped me right on the block. Now the block is terrible. It's a hot block. He stopped me, so he conversating. I said, you know what, man, let me pull over, man, because this one Jabot jeans was out. So, you know, with that bull and I had the pocket all the way at the bottom of the pants, right? So
big as hell.
Yeah, so yeah, everything was baggy.
Right.
So I pulls over the car, gets out the car, and I forget I had stuff stuffed in the bottom of my jeans. Gets out the car, over there talking to him. They go to gang unit. Now we got this gang unit, but you know, we ain't even TNT no more. From up top, what we say, you know, Tuesdays and Thursdays, these dudes, you know, they're gonna run down.
Right.
But now we got the gang unit out there. They just running down all types anytime. You know what I mean? Don't even they messing up our hours.
Right.
You know,
You
you all scheduled right now.
Right.
You effing up the business hours.
Right.
Y'all supposed to come on this day and this day at a certain time. Now you come in when you want. Police don't supposed to operate like that, B. You got a schedule to stick to.
You making a buzz now.
Yeah, so these dudes come out. We come out daggone. I'm talking to my man. We chilling. Here they come rolling up. Boom! God damn.
Right.
So they pat me down. Now this the humbug bull I got knocked off on. Pat me down, don't find none. Because like I said, the jeans is baggy and you got pockets all over.
Right.
Pat me down, don't find none. These dudes searching the parking lot, they find one dime. One dime on the ground, being I'm the closest dude standing to.
Ooh.
Guess what, B? Put your hands in behind your back, man. I'm like, oh, bro, I ain't tossed nothing. Y'all was right there. Now here come Mr. Inspector Deck. He want to daggone pat me down a little more. They finds a little bag in it on me. $150 worth. $150, bro. I'm going to jail for $150 worth of crack. I said, you got to be kidding me, bro.
Order in the court.
Ooh, not that much crack, babe, but you know what I mean? I'm going to jail for $150. So, boom, they take me downtown, lock me up, book me. I bails out. Boom. All right, I'm back out.
Right, bitch, I'm getting money.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm laughing at the situation because I'm like, God, $150? And the joker with a dime bag? Come on, B.
Right.
So I ignored the situation, bro. I don't pay it no mind.
But not knowing how serious it is.
Yeah, you know, and that's like I said, that's the systematic rule. You know,
right.
Put something on them. You know what I mean? Give them that record, that f you up on the longer run. That gonna talk about that during my years later on.
Right.
But boom, so now, but as a youngster, you don't think nothing of it. You know, you gave me another charge effort. It don't make no difference. I'm still out here. I'm still gonna do what I do.
Right.
Next charge, daggone, I'm still out there. You know, I'm still eating. You know, it don't matter. Take care of my family. We all good. You know, buy a new car. You want a new car? You get a new car.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's easy to obtain. You know, because that's when start learning a little bit about the credit. Still don't know. I'm still going by. I got the money for it, so I get what I want.
Right.
So you want jewelry, you go get jewelry. You know, don't make no difference, man. And there's little things that we copping, but you know, in the hood, you cop some jewelry, your clothes, and your car. You think you that dude.
You the mayor around that bitch.
Yeah, you that dude. You think you that dude. You know what I mean? In your mind, you think you that dude.
Right.
So boom. So I'm still doing me. Daggone jokers raid my house. Now remember, I'm living in a whole nother town.
Right.
They raised the crib, B. So I'm saying to myself, now my wife, she's still outstanding citizen.
Right.
I mean, thing she had on her record was a ticket. That's it. You know what I mean? Nothing else but a ticket. But boom, but we still in Jersey at this time. So she clean.
Clean as a whistle.
Clean as a whistle. No ticket, no nothing. So they raised the house. house ain't in my name, no nothing in my name at that time. You know, we got that. Don't take no pictures of me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be in no pictures. I don't want to be in none of that. So you know, everything in her name. So they runs up in the crib. So I'm telling the cop like, let me see the warrant, man. You can't just run. Oh, your name on his lease. Don't worry about what my name on be. Let me see some papers, man. You can't just run up in here. Run up in there, ransack the place, man, tore it up. Daggone, they finds a pistol. Bring the dogs in there and all that. So they finds a pistol up in there. All right, so now you got the gun, B. All right, yeah, that's nice and everything, but you still ain't showed me nothing. I'm talking too much. So you know what they do. They snatch me up, throw me in the back of the car. Then my wife, who believed in the cops so much that, you know, outstanding citizen type of bull.
Right.
You know what I mean? And nothing can happen if you follow the law correctly. I'm like, man, I'm a black man and you're a black woman. You know what I mean?
I'm out of here.
Yeah, we wear the same skin, but, you know, it's still a little different in our anatomy and how they treat us.
Talk.
So boom, they throw me out. This is when she became a firm believer. And her father's a cop.
Wow.
So she's a firm believer. They goes in the house and go shopping. Oh, you got this, you got that, you know, you got this Gucci bull, you got this YSL bull. Now we talking about 20 plus years. Remember, I'm 47 now, so we talking about in my 26, 27 years
Shit
old.
that you done accumulated.
Yeah, so we done got this. But look, all this didn't come from drug money, because like I said, you know, she was an outstanding citizen.
Right.
She worked for a lot of this stuff too. Right. She worked for Gucci before.
Right.
So we getting 50% off. So, you know, I'm copping everything, of
Right,
course.
right.
At that
Got
time.
to. That's a
You know, I got all that. So, you know, to me, when Jokers was talking about it, I was laughing at it because, you know, I could have on my sweatpants and I'm like, man, I got a house full of that bull y'all talking about. Y'all spending
your shit.
Crazy cheddar on, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
You done spend $600 on a shirt, Joke, I done spent $20.
Ooh.
Nigga, I got all that. Watches, G watches and all that. So I got all that G's with the diamonds in it. Now we talking about a while in early '90s, B.
Yeah.
I'm rocking that. You saw the picture I put up, right, B?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you saw what she had on her feet, right, B? Yeah, right. Enough of that, B, right? But we rocking all this bull, this materialistic bull. So by the time, boom, they raid the house, they go shopping in the crib, B. Take a pocketbooks or shoes. At that time, I probably had a little cash in there, about 4 G's or something like that. They take that. They take everything. Just earlier, I gave her like $3,000, $3,000 or $3,500, whatever. She got money with it, put it in her jewelry box.
Yeah.
So they take all that. Now, my car, they looking for more guns and drugs. They're like, you got to have something in here.
Right.
So they take my key fob, go outside. They don't know my car. So they hitting the alarm. So they hitting that. You know, my alarm at that time didn't make no noise. It just flashed.
Right.
It's daytime. Lights just flash.
Right.
So
You can't see nothing.
You can't see it. We in the park. It's in the parking lot.
Right.
So, you know, cop walking around, he trying to hit it, but he don't see the car. I used to keep a Tech 9 with my spare tire at.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife didn't know that. I guess she know it now.
She know now.
She know it now. But
She
yeah.
know now.
But yeah, I used to keep a Tech 9 right there, boom, and by the spare tire all the time. So they didn't find her, so they locked me up and locked her up for one gun. So we both knocked off for one gun. And it's a Friday, no bail, no nothing. Remember, my wife never been in trouble. Now, we both in there. We in the precinct, though. We ain't in the...
You ain't worried about
I'm not worried about...
but you worried about her.
About my wife, of course, definitely. So I'm like, oh, man. So the guard come over there and tell me, like, whether she good, she all right.
Yeah.
So, you know, like you had some police, you know, some decent police,
assholes,
some good police,
you got the
but then you got a lot of a-holes, you know what I mean?
Right.
But this one particular right there, she was cool. It was a lady. She used to come on both sides, like, you know, yeah, your wife good, so you don't got, you know, stop asking me about it. She all right. I just talked to her, this and that. So I'm like, yo, where our bail at? You know what I mean? Ain't give me no bail yet, man. We been in here this Friday morning.
Yeah.
No bail till Monday.
Oh, you know they gonna drag you.
So we
They
in this
got to
joker.
drag you.
We in this joker all the way. So now we in Essex County. We in the North area now. I'm in North. So they take me down to Essex County. She go to West Caldwell because they don't hold the women in North. So daggone, I'm in there. So you do the FBI check, your regular booking. I don't make it past that area. You know what I mean? Boom. You made bail. You out of here. And that's my cousin, who like my little brother. You know what I mean? He's like, you already out on 2 bails. I skipped the bail because that was the last one. Yeah, I skipped one. Okay. So yeah, he like, yo, you already out on 2 bails. You know, you can't catch no more charges, Joe.
Right.
So boom, he comes to grab me out real quick. That gets me out of there. Now I'm out on 3 bells and all that. Now I gotta get my wife out of there.
Right.
It's Monday.
So she did a whole weekend.
She did the weekend and something. So she did about 6 days, 5 days.
Damn.
So that one, go to the bail bondsman the same day, bro. Go try to get out. Now you know at this time her bail was the same as mine, so you got to pay the $35.50. Woo! So you got to pay the $35.50. So you know at this time, so it's Monday. So Tuesday come. You know, I got my lawyer because like I said, I'm out on these bails already.
Right.
That little Jew lawyer, Roethlisberger, the rip-off dude right there.
Right.
You know what I mean? He used to shake.
Right.
Taking your money, babe. So boom, he comes down there like, look, man, I represent you. And I get my associate to represent your wife. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, how much that gonna be, B? Well, that'd be another 4 G's to represent my wife. We only got one gun, B.
Right.
Can't put one gun on all these people,
Right.
B.
Right.
So I'm like, come on, man. I just gave you $7K, man.
Right.
You want another 4?
Right.
For a gun I know she gonna walk for? Man, get out of here, man. I ain't
Right.
giving you nothing.
Right.
I ain't trying to rob.
I'd have been around the block a few times.
Yeah, man, you trying to rob me, man. Get out of here, man. I done gave you 7 G's for my other case, and you still getting money. This joke, you should write the receipt on a business card. Come on, big.
Right.
Come on, man. You playing me, man. You sold me out. And I know who you sold me out for, man, but I ain't gonna state them names.
Right.
But anyway, boom. So my wife, I go try to get my wife out the bail bondsman. At that time, you got to pay the 35 to 10%. So you got to pay the $35 and $50 for the paperwork, whatever.
Right.
So I gave the guy $35.50. Here it is Tuesday. I go back to Essex County. They don't even bring her to court, so she's still up in there. Now I'm getting worried. I got a mama calling me, everybody calling me. Where my daughter at?
Now you looking real bad.
Now I'm looking crazy. Yeah, I done got her locked up on some humbug, but.
Damn.
So long story short, B, I got out and probably she came out that Thursday. She came out that Thursday.
Mad as fuck.
Nah, she wasn't real mad, B. She came out with some other broad talking about, yeah, man, I met old broad, she need a ride.
Right.
She stuck. Now,
They done got cool in that
I
bitch.
got cool with a lot of people because my wife ain't on that like that.
Right.
You know.
That's a fact.
So here she go, man, bringing out people to get rides home. Man. I'm like, listen, man, I done sat out this joker for 12 hours, but I can't say nothing because she done sat in there 6 days.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
I'm in the courtroom at 9 o'clock.
Right.
The dude, they dropped the bell, so I only had to pay. I got 2 G's back, but they dropped the bell. So, but I'm sitting out this joker from 9 o'clock to 7 at night, 7:30.
You know they gonna drag you.
I'm sitting out this joker like, okay, B, when she coming out, man? I done fell asleep, woke up, mouth dry, cracked up, all types of bull, man.
That was nasty.
Yeah, it was, B, but you know,
I'm listening.
it is what it is.
Right.
So I wait for her to come out. She comes out now, you know, she brings some friend tag along, drop her off, you know what I mean?
Right.
Drop her broad off. And, you know, my wife didn't say much. You know, I go back to the crib, it's effed up.
Right.
You know Jerome, bro. He was there. Jerome probably was like 9, 10 years old.
Right.
when this
That's my dog.
situation.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Shout out Rome.
So yeah, so we had that situation pop up. So but now I'm out on 3 bells. Now the next one that I missed, this was crazy. Well, so I missed my second one. So I gave you my first bell, I gave you my third bell.
Right.
My second bell, this happened back on the block too. We playing dice out there. Boom. I lose about $800 shooting dice. So I said, F it, man, I'm out then, you know.
Right.
Ain't a small thing, I just had to leave anyway. So boom, I gets in the truck, we goes down. Now it's crazy because I split the car. My car was parked at my mama house, B. I got my mama truck.
Right.
I got my mom's truck, man, and it just so happened, this was on some humbug because she asked me to have the mechanic look at her car.
That's why you got the whip.
So that's why I got her truck and my car parked, so I got hers. I got the mechanic in the car with me from 10th Ave. He on 10th Ave, he jumps in the car with me. Even though he used to roll with me sometime, you know what I mean?
Right.
But he's the mechanic.
Right.
So my man calls me up on some bull. Yo, Sharif, I got this weed money that I owe you, blah, 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 blah. All right, I'm going to stop down there and pick it up. Where you at? Dunkin' Donuts. Cop Central, right? But you don't think none of them. Cops love donuts, B. You know, they always down there getting free donuts and all of that. So you think nothing of it. So I rolls down here to Dunkin' Donuts, B. Now, you know me. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I gets down there, roll up in the parking lot. I see the one cop parking up. You know, I think nothing. It's like they office.
Right.
So I think it's nothing. No, he got an unmarked car. He riding in front of me, looking at me. I pays no attention. Dude walks over to the truck. Gets in the truck. Be next thing I know, I look up. I'm surrounded. They got the guns out. Now, how in the hell all these dudes get down there, bro, and me not even see that?
That nigga's an informant.
Oh yeah, he informed me. Daggone. I said, this crackhead joker right here be done ratted me out. So they rolls on me, throws me in the car. I'm getting phone calls because people riding by see me there. Like, yo, what's going on? I'm in the back of the cop car. These dudes just snatched me out, threw me straight in the car so they could search the car. I got an eyeglass case. Now the eyeglass case, it got some 50s in there, got some dimes, and it got a little bit of weed in there. So they daggone. Oh, just a fact check too. You can look that up. It's on there. Appellate Division, K. Sharif. I ain't gonna say my last name. Versus New Jersey. It's there, B. But so these dudes told me like I was intoxicated. Brother, man, don't drink.
Right, don't drink, don't smoke nothing.
They done wrote that they smelled the heavy scent of weed. You might smell some weed because it was
in
definitely
the car,
there.
yeah.
But it wasn't that potent when you could smell it like that.
Understood.
So he snatched me out looking for a gun, tore my mother's truck up. They done ripped the seats and everything up. Locked me up on that. You know, now I got mom's dude pissed off. Like, yo, man, you supposed to went and got my car fixed, man. You got it effed up.
Right.
I said, don't worry about it.
I get you.
Yeah, we be good. So I got through that situation. But boom. So now I'm locked up with that. I hear them in the next room threatening my man, like, yo, if you don't tell on them, you getting 7 years. But I'm right in the next room. No, they ain't asking me no questions because I'm like, I don't even talk to
You
y'all
ain't saying
like that.
shit. They know not to say that to you.
Yeah, we know the routine, man.
Right.
I don't even got nothing to say to you.
Right.
Man. Do what you do and that's
Right.
it, man. Give me my bail and I can get up out of here. So they got him.
This nigga.
No, the dude that came to the truck, man, that's my mechanic in the other room.
Okay.
Dude that came to the truck, you know what I mean? He disappeared.
Right.
I thought he was in the other room. The joker done disappeared.
Yeah.
So they talking to my man, boom. So when we go down and they take us to the cell, lock us up, take us to the county, I'm like, yo, where this dude at? Oh, I ain't see him. You ain't see him?
Right.
How you mean you ain't see him? He got in the truck with us. What you mean you ain't see him, bro?
He out of there.
He out of there. Crispy clean, like crispy gone, man. This joker is gone. He done skated off.
He done got y'all.
So, my mindset like, what the hell just happened here, man?
Right.
I go down the Dunkin' Donuts just to grab a couple dollars.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sitting in the cell 10 minutes later, man.
Right.
The hell? And so boom. So being there, I get bailed right out. Now I asked my man, the mechanic, because now he my co-defendant.
Right.
But this the first day we in there. Right? So I'm telling the dude, I say, yo, man, just don't say nothing, man. I got you. I get you right out.
Right.
You got a bail too, so you be right out. You don't got nothing that gonna hold you in here, right?
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm like, you got nothing that gonna hold you in this joint.
Right.
Nah, man, I'm good. I bails this dude. This nigga don't even come out the door. I'm like, okay, I know I done posted bail. I done spent another 35, 50. No, I spend another 30. Every time I'm in there, I'm spending 35, 50.
Right.
So I spend the 35, 50. 15.50 for my wife,
Right.
35.50 again for my single charge. Then I got another one, 35.50, and another 35.50 for him.
Right.
That's a lot of 35.50s in a short time span. So boom. So this dude don't come out. So I'm like, what the hell happened to him? Yo, 7 months later, I see dude coming down the block. 7 months. I said, yo, man, what happened, B? I bailed you out. Oh, yeah, I had some charges up in North Carolina. Nigga, you had charges in North Carolina, B? You told me, bro, you was clean.
Right.
You dirty in the mud, man.
Right.
You got a whole lot of charges.
Right.
Little lying.
Right.
So boom. So he comes out anyway. Oh man, this dude wound up being with me in Northern State, a gang in the prison too. So yeah, all right. So I go to trial for this one case. We sitting in there. Now he my co-defendant. He's sitting right next to me. So he got his lawyer on that side. I'm on this side. They take a recess break. There's nosy cop behind me, bro. This dude writing a letter. Yo, I take all charges, big. You know what I mean? You just gotta hit me off. He writing the letter right there. You got, yeah. Now he's still locked up. Remember, I told you he got the North Carolina case.
Right.
So I'm not locked up.
Right.
But we right next to each other because, of course, we in trial.
Right.
So, you know, you got your regular gear.
Right, right.
Cops standing right there. So they take a recess. I ain't even see the cop grab the letter, babe. I didn't even see it. He done grabbed the paper off the table and took it to the back and told me, look, give it to the judge, babe. He gives it to the judge. So now we're on another session like, hold up, man.
Why the fuck would you write it down? Just do what you gonna do.
He could have whispered, man. That's it.
Whatever.
Yo, but he daggone, he writes it on a piece of paper, he takes it back there. Now it look like, you know, I'm all in this contempt type of bug. And we going back and forth.
Right.
Because I'm trying to say I'm innocent, nigga.
Right.
I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You know what I mean? The same thing you supposed to say. I ain't got nothing to do with nothing, bro. You know, these cops is lying, this and that. They bringing experts in that ain't got nothing to do with the case.
Right.
Man, so I'm like, yo, you right there is almost like a confession. Like, nah, Joker, you did it.
Yeah.
It's yours.
Yeah.
He writing it on the letter, man. You sit there, I take it. So boom, so now the cop doing all this, but you know, end of the story, man, I got hit. I got popped, man. I had all types of charges. I got an 8 with a 4 for this one. I got a 3 with a 1 for this one. I got a 5 with a 3. Now this junk all running wild. So at the end of it, it all came up to 14 years, right? So I had to do 14 years with a mandatory 7. At the end of the day, B. That's what they hit me with.
Reed, say it one more time.
They gave me 14 years with mandatory 7. Right? So boom, I'm just saying them throw the numbers out. They made it run wild.
Right.
Now they didn't make it run together. They made it run wild.
Right.
Because on some bull, they said, oh, you got to charge that year, you got to charge that year, you got another charge in the same year. So since they was all separate charges, we ain't gonna run it consecutive. We gonna run it wild. Meaning you finish this one first, then you start that one. Once you finish that one, then you start that one. So I said, oh,
They
man.
got down.
They got dirty. My wife sitting in the back, right? She don't know what's going on. She just handing a bunch of numbers. I'm just shaking my head.
Y'all some dirty motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm shaking my head in full defeat, B. I'm in full defeat mode now. You know, you cuffed out soon as after trial. Look, I come in, my trial lasts a week. Monday, my trial lasts a week. So that Friday is the end of the year. We talking about right after Christmas, because my birthday is coming right up.
Yeah.
So we take that weekend. He dismissed it that Friday. Decision to be made Monday. So I come back in the court Monday. I got my dress shoes on and everything, man.
I'm good. I'm not.
You know.
Yeah.
That was an effed up. I'm gonna tell you about this during this trial, bro. It was an effed up move right here. My lawyer played me, man.
Yeah.
But boom. So, they had me looking like a Nino Brown. I knew I was hit then. I'll tell you what, and it's all white people, B. It's never nobody from your county, and nobody from, your peers.
Yeah,
your peers don't judge you, man. Like I said, the systematic is effed up. But look, anyway, I'm at the end of the trial right now. I come back in that Monday. I got the dress shoes on, the dress slacks and all that bull. I come in there, go back up to the desk. Now everybody, because my trial post only lasted a week.
Right.
But we only in here for the decision now. So that means the courtroom is full with everybody. Yeah, everybody in there. Like they waiting for somebody to come out from the back.
Right.
I'm with them right now because I ain't get found guilty yet.
Right.
So they call me up to the stand. I get up. I walk up there. Joke was like, and my baby mama cousin was there. My oldest daughter, her cousin was in there, but her mother's cousin. So my what I had one of them big gooses on snorkel. Yeah. I takes that off. Tell her to hold that for me. I'll be right back.
Right.
Yeah, I tell her, hold that for me. I'll be right back. Let me go up there and see what this decision is real quick.
Right.
I should be coming,
I should be coming right back.
Well, in my mind, I'm thinking I'm about to skate back up out of here.
Right.
And I go up there, guilty. Woo. Lock him up.
Woo.
I'm like, hold up, B. Just like that.
Let's talk about this.
Yeah, I don't get to go home and, sort out my affairs. I mean, see you do it to white people all the time, B. I don't get to go sort out my affairs. You just gonna lock me up right here? Bro. Man, lock me up right there, B. Look, they put the cuffs on me. I looked at the cuffs like, yeah, let me get my jacket, B. Like, God dang, B. Brother won't be coming home, man.
So, we on the way to prison.
All right, so no. So yeah, now we locked up. Now we're on the way to prison. So in Jersey, you got to go to classification. So you go from the county, you go to classification first. Then from the classification, they sort you out to where they want to go. You know, like the cattle now.
Right.
They move you in the direction they wanted to go. So
Right.
I'm up in there in classification. I go up there, you know, they're looking at my file. Okay, telling you where you're gonna go. First they ain't like, you going to Northern State. Northern State? That's the gang unit prison? I said, man, them niggas locked up all day, B.
Right.
With the cages.
But you ain't in no gang though.
I'm not in no gang. So I'm like, but my block is associated heavy with gang.
Okay.
So, but I'm like, yo, I think y'all made a mistake on that, B. That's a gang unit prison. I'm not in the gang.
Right.
They're like, nah, that's where you going. Now, the gang thing don't bother me.
Right.
I wanted some freedom.
It's
you know
about
what I mean?
being locked down all fucking
All
day.
day. I needed to move around.
Right,
So I'm like,
right.
come on, B, you gonna throw me
Right.
up in? I'm not even gang.
Right.
Oh well, Mr. Parks, your association is gang. So you going to a gang in the prison? I said, man, get the hell out of here with
Right.
that bull, man. So boom. Now let's go to that part. I come up in Northern State. I'm in Northern State. The first day I'm up in there, as soon as I walk in there, right, I see my man from my block up in there. Now at that time, you know, he was in the gang.
Right.
Matter of fact, you know, they looked at him like he was one of the, you know, the Capadons, whatever they wanted to call him. So boom, he called me, yo, Reed, what's good? You know what I mean? What's popping? But this is my man from the
Niggas
block.
know you in that
I
bitch.
knew him.
Right, right,
I knew
right.
a bunch of them in there once I got up, you know, when
Right.
I walked through. I'm gonna walk, yo, what's popping? So what's good? You know what I mean?
Right.
Shake his hand. And then he got probably like 5, 6 dudes around him. Yo, give me a pound with a, here go one dude. Yo, he Damu.
Already.
Already tight face, man. I was like, yo, here we go. Nah, I ain't Damu, B.
Right. What's your slogan?
That happened in the other prison right there, B.
Okay.
But this the same stint.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I ain't in no gang, but I bang, B.
Right,
you know what I
right,
mean?
you feel me? Right.
I don't gang bang, but I bang. So, you know,
Your shit.
yeah, most definitely.
Yeah,
So,
right.
you know, we up in this joke, I'm like, shoot. Yo, but I ain't say that slogan yet right here because that didn't come to my mind yet. I wasn't greeted like that,
Right,
like my man did. So I'm like, this nigga right here, man, he must be on some crazy joint. Like I want to run up in his mouth.
Right, right.
But I'm like, okay, you got to
That
settle.
was nasty.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but
Big-
I feel you. That nigga
but
serious right
but you
now.
Gotta
It went
be,
back.
You gotta be all right, you gotta be in your dean. I mean, you know, you gotta be on your point, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
So here we go. All right, I'm in this situation. I said, okay, I might have to do something to somebody for somebody to try to do something to me.
Right.
So we go like this. So in my mindset, I'm like, I ain't letting no joking get out of bounds with me right here because
Facts. Off
you're
bat.
gonna have to F them up right on the spot because I saw too many dudes let the problem escalate, get in an argument, run off at the mouth, and let the dude walk right off. You know he going to tell.
Right.
That's all. You know these dudes going to tell. They move like wolf packs.
Right.
Now you got to think. My mindset like this. I'm in the 95%, 97%
Gang.
prison. That's all gang.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, one word get out to this and that. You know, then you got everybody on you. You know what I mean?
Ah.
10 punctures, one tough them up.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
you got to think like that. That's my mindset. Like you know, you get out of bounds with me, then I'm gonna have to get out of bounds with you right there on the spot. We handled it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Never ran into a situation, B. Everybody that I was cool with was in there. Everybody was blood, but everybody was cool with me.
Right, right.
I ate with them. They
Right.
done raided my cell about 4 times. The
Right.
police,
Right.
for some reason, you know, looking for gang paraphernalia.
Right.
But you know, my associates is my associates. If you my peoples, you my peoples. I don't get into that.
Right.
What you do, you know what I mean? You gang bang, you gang bang.
Right.
You know, you Muslim, you Muslim. You know what I mean?
But I don't
you
fuck
Christian.
with it. Right.
Yeah, you know that's what you choose to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
That don't separate. That to me, that don't separate us. You know what I mean?
Right.
Still a black man like me, B.
Right.
We got to eat together. You know
Talk.
what I mean?
Talk.
Definitely got to eat together.
Yes.
So I'm gonna get on my Farrakhan joint later, but you know, right now we just talking about my events that led up to whatever.
Facts. Facts.
So that prison stint, nothing really too much jumped up. But when I moved to another prison, that's when my man hit me with the, "Oh, you banging? You bang?" That's when he hit me with that question. Yo, you bang? That's when I came up with that. Nigga, I don't gang bang, but I bang.
But I
So,
bang,
you know,
nigga. Right.
you take it from there now where
Right,
you want
right,
to take it to.
right. Talk
You know what
your
I mean?
shit.
Let me see your reaction.
Talk your
Or
shit.
what you come out your mouth with. Because after
Right.
that, then, you know, it's on and
Right,
popping. I'm going
right.
to knock your wig off right,
Right.
here. And that's it. What happened after happens after.
Right.
You know, it is what it is. When I said that to my man, bro, them dudes right there looked out for me lovely,
That
man.
shit
I got
travel,
nothing but
man.
love for my young bloods, man. My young peoples, man. You know what I mean? After
Talk
that,
your
I had
shit,
oodles
man.
and noodles and tuna
Talk
and all that,
your
man.
Right.
So, you know, they greeted the brother with love. So I got
Right.
nothing but love back for them.
Right,
you know.
right, right.
So other people, when I was in prison, other people in situations, I don't know. I saw people get popped off on. Saw people get stabbed. I saw people get effed up. I got a story with my man Keys. I probably told you this one before. He had me bugging. Big dude, about 6'3", 250. So I told him, you know, now we in the prison. I told him like this, like, yo, man, the wolves is on you, B. So you need to fall back, man.
Right.
Because he was, I guess he was that dude where he from Trenton. He was from Trenton, New Jersey.
Ray,
Yeah.
let me tell. Keep that. Now, remember we was talking about would you do 10 years for 30 million to know that you got $30 million on the other end? Listen to what this nigga talk about, man. Would you really do 10 years of this shit? You feel me? To know you got 30 million in that bitch. That's crazy. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah, B, like I said, some people got effed up, B. It ain't the spot you want to be in.
Right,
you know
right,
what I mean?
right.
But for 30 mil, for those who are experienced, you might say, I'm going to do that
Right,
10.
right.
You know what I mean?
You'll do that 10
I
because
do
you
that
know what
10.
to do.
But the fearful, like, is the unknown. You
Right.
never been there. For those who never experienced or been there, you know, it's the unknown.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And for those who been there, the first time, nigga be lying if he tell you his heart didn't
Right,
pump heavy.
right,
You know what I mean?
right.
From the first time. Shoot, from the
Right.
first time juvenile, my heart pumped heavy.
Right.
Be until you get in that, till you get in there and you
Till you
familiar
adapt.
with everybody.
Right.
So if you go somewhere that's unknown to you and you comfortable, when you see a bunch of dudes you know,
Right.
that bring that comfortability to
Right,
you.
right.
No, that was always my situation. You know what I
Talk,
mean?
yeah.
So to say I didn't feel uncomfortable in these situations would be a lie. My first time, anyway. Second time, third time, you just already adapted to it. You know what I mean? You've been there already. But your first time, your first experience, it don't matter what you're doing. Your first experience with anything, you feel those butterflies, you feel that uncomfortability.
Right.
But anyway, back to my man. I'll give you a quick story
Go
with
ahead.
my man.
6'3", 250.
6'3", 250, big, intimidating looking dude. You know what I mean? Like a lot of dudes look intimidating, but
Right.
be soft as cotton.
Right.
Y'all know who y'all are.
Right.
But look,
Talk.
But you know what I mean? So he's 6'3", 250. Deep voice, you know what I mean? Talking greasy all the time.
Right.
Now he must have been some dude in his town, you know what I mean?
Right.
Cause dudes knew him. When he said I used to call his last name was Keys. So
Right.
we called him Keys.
Right.
They said he was pushing keys.
Right.
You know what I mean? But he in state prison, so he ain't had no federal bid, of
Right.
course. But whatever. He got knocked off and dudes knew him.
Right.
Now the wolves came when a dude knew him that had 30 years in there from his town. Dude was from Trenton. He was from his town.
Right.
He put the wolves on him. Now he blood. He banging. He put the wolves on him from my town. My town.
Right.
The Patterson dudes. He put them on like, yo,
And it's your man's.
this is my mans in them.
Right.
These my mans in them now
Right.
that he put on. He like, yo, this dude bringing in this, he getting money.
Right.
So now you feeding that to these dudes. These dudes is hungry, big.
Right, right.
These dudes, some of these dudes now we in there with dudes that got life, 20 years, 30 years, murderers and all this, but jokers that murdered, whether it was by accident or not. Once they in there 10, 15 years, they turned into something.
Right.
They grew up in there. So, you know, and like I said, dudes was getting stabbed, dudes getting stomped out. Now, prior, it used to just be your town where you from. You from this town, that's the people that gonna look out for you.
Right.
When they brought the gang situation in there, it didn't make no difference now what town you was from. People don't hold those values like that. I'm gonna say like dudes have values, but dudes,
right.
dudes still have values in prison.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was a set of rules you follow.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is your town. You follow dudes from your town. You eat with dudes from your town.
Right.
Now, we could be cool from another town. I can even eat. You know, we do what we do because you my peoples. It didn't matter where you from. But when stuff jump off, then you
go
got to
down,
roll
nigga.
with dudes with your
Right,
town.
right.
So they put him on, dude, Keys, like I said, 6'3", 250. So I'm like, yo, now Keys bringing in all types of drugs. Keys is eating,
Right.
right? But Keys ain't sharing none of the love, B.
Right.
Let me tell you what my man said. So Keys is from Trenton. It was a group of us, right? Keys was from Trenton.
Right.
I'm from Patterson. Then there was this other kid, man, from Jersey City.
Right.
Now, we used to be together and chill, talk, you know what I mean? Build a little bit.
Right.
So, but most of when it came to eating and all that, it was the dudes from my town that I ate with. You know what I mean?
Right.
They shared that meal, and I shared that meal. You know, they look out. You know, but all them dudes is gangbangers.
Right.
All the dudes from my town, and
Right,
they all gangbangers.
Right. They all wolves.
Yeah, the wolves, man. They gonna eat.
Right.
So, you know, of course, in there, they try to recruit you and all that.
Right.
But, you know, I stood my
You gotta
ground because
stand your ground.
I'm my
I'm
own
fucking-
man. You know what I
right.
mean? I told them I can't be the boss. I can't be in it.
Right.
So, you know, I never got into that.
Right.
So, but I still eat with these dudes, you know what I mean? I break bread with these dudes.
Right,
These is
right.
my peoples, you know what I mean?
Right,
Something jump off, I know these dudes, even though they blood, them the
Right,
dudes
right.
that go, you know what I
Don't
mean,
fuck
roll
with
with
me.
me.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So Keys is like this. So Keys, I'm telling Keys like, yo, man, you know your man just put them on to you bringing in all them drugs. I knew he was bringing them all in.
Right.
Now in prison, you know, that little dime bag get you murdered, man.
For real.
Get you stabbed up and poked
real.
up because you talking about that little dime bag. That's $50 to $75 in
Right.
prison.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? $50 to $75 get you a lot of honey buns, be the
Hell
noodles
yeah.
and noodles. So you know what I mean?
I seen a nigga spend $75 on a joint in that bitch.
Yeah, man. So you know that get you murdered, B.
Yeah,
You talking about gold in prison.
For sure.
This dude, he trying to get out, so he trying to pay for his lawyer. You know, niggas is paying for lawyers in prison. So he trying to pay for his lawyer. But the way he could get that money is, guess what? Extort the dude that's bringing it in.
Right.
So anyway, they telling me like, yo, man, your boy about to be fooled, B. We about to put him on the plate. So, you know, this is stuff I ain't supposed to hear anyway. They ain't supposed to be telling me this. But they say, you know, keep people out of Damu business, B. You're 500, you know, 550, whatever.
Right.
You know, that's what's the ones that don't know me would consider.
Right.
But anyway, I'm in this mess right here, B. I'm in these conversations. Yo, man, you know your boy, we about to eat this dude, B.
He ain't
Yeah, that
sharing.
sound nasty right
Yeah,
there.
bro.
But yeah,
But I'm not fuck all the bullshit. I'm in tune now.
yeah,
Go ahead.
we about to eat this dude, B. We about to put him on the plate.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right. Now me, being that I F with you a little
Right,
bit,
right,
I'm
right.
telling my man like, yo, fall back, B.
Right.
You know, this don't look like it's gonna work in your favor, man.
Right.
Fall back, you know what I mean? Put your pride to the side, man. You 6'3", 250, B. You ain't holding nothing down, man. And I don't really think you got hands like that, man.
Right.
So, you know, you just need to fall back, man, because these dudes just stabbing.
Right. You a lion, but it's 12 hyenas over
Yeah,
here.
man, you can't do nothing with a bunch of hyenas. man.
Nothing.
And you an injured lion, too?
Nothing.
You can't do nothing with it, B. So I'm like, you need to fall back, man. You ain't got no wolf pack. You ain't got no goons in here, B.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you what happened. What my man said to me after this, right? But boom. So I'm trying to tell him. About a week go by, he's still doing what he do. So my man come to me again. Now this is my man that's blood. He come to me again. Like, wait, man, your boy don't like to take heed, huh? I'm like, look, man, dude gonna do what he do, man. It don't make me no difference, babe. Let's just pass that plate with the oodles and noodles and octopus and tuna, babe.
right.
I ain't discussing that.
Right.
I ain't discussing dude business
Right.
over meal
You
time.
done
babe.
tried to holler at him.
Yeah, it's done with,
Right,
babe.
right.
So I was making pants. I learned how to sew in prison.
Right.
So we making steak pants and all that, boy.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, but he sit by me. These two dudes, Jersey City and Trenton, sit by me, right? So I'm telling my man, I'm like, yo, man, you don't like to learn, B. You don't see what they doing to dudes in here, man?
Right.
Dudes is getting effed up left and right, B. There's no love, man.
Right.
Dudes is eating jokers, man.
Right.
So you need to just fall back and let it be, man. Man, I'm good, B. I'm protected by Viper. I almost fell out my seat, man. What the hell is Viper, B?
Yeah, dude. What the fuck is that? I was just about to
Man, that's the commercial, man. You ever heard that? Protected by
Oh
Viper?
no, yes, bro. No, I'm thinking
man.
that's a gang or something. That
Ain't
nigga
no
said,
game,
wow,
man. That's what
bro.
I said, B. What the hell is Viper? This dude told me,
Bro.
I'm protected by Viper. I
He
said,
think this shit a joke,
think it's a joke, man. I said, what the hell is Viper, B? I said, you talking about the commercial?
man.
Man, he talking about the commercial, B. He talking about commercial, the Viper. I said, all right, man. All right, you on your own, B.
Right.
I got nothing to do with that then. You on your own.
Right.
So just prior to that, it was this kid, right? The Latin Kings. Yo, these dudes just had a full out war on each other up in there, right? So you got the man King Tito. Then there was this other dude, this big Puerto Rican dude, man. It was my roommate. He was a Latin King. I had a couple roommates, but this one right here was off the hook, B.
Yeah.
He turned a 9-month stint into a 5-year stint. So this dude supposed to went home in 9 months. He was from the Bronx or wherever, locked up in Jersey. He was from the Bronx. This dude turned 9 months into 5 years. He did the whole joint, and then they put him up there.
Motherfucker.
You come to Northern State when you had like some time to do. You know what I mean? This dude had a 5-year joint. He supposed to did 9 months and went home.
That's
Done to 5 years. But look, I'm gonna tell you how this dude was off the noodle. He was a Latin king, but he hated Latin kings.
What?
He was a Latin king, but the dude hated Latin kings. He said they ain't following the rules, right? Big dude. Oh, I hate these jokers, right? Oh, these one, I get to kill him, I'ma kill him. I said, yo, man, them your peoples, man. How you want to kill your peoples, man? Whatever, man. I don't like none of them. These dudes stayed away from dude. I'm gonna tell you what happened, man. King Tito. He supposed to been that dude, right?
Right.
King Tito was that dude up there for them Latin kings anyway.
Right.
So, he had his people that was loyal to him, whatever. So you start hearing this around, Latin kings about to move King Tito out of his spot. New king about to take over.
Right.
I'm gonna jump back into my man Keys.
Right.
But this happened just prior to the events to Keys. So like I said, we go make pants and sewing. So in the day after breakfast, you could look out the window and you could see like the building we had to go walk to. Now remember, like I said, it's all cage.
Right.
So it's like a dog kennel, basically. It looked like a dog kennel, but levels of dog kennels. So we come out, you walk down, you go down to where they serve the food at. There is open.
Right.
Oh man, it ain't a dog kennel. So we right there when you come out and leave from the cell. So we go out there, you're on a little space like a day room, I should say. You could go look out the window and you could see where you're going to work at because they got the gates open. You walk down and you go through the gates and you walk over there, get patted in before you go in. So these dudes lined up, all the Latin kings. You see how they moving now. They moving in groups. Usually they don't do that. They would just walk out normal. These dudes moving in groups. Jokers got knives and everything on them. Cause you get checked before you go into the sewing spot.
Right.
So here they go. So we looking now. I don't know what reason would make me say, well, it's going down today. You just happen to be looking out the window.
Right.
Bro, like an action movie. These dudes just get to going, B. Stabbing, cutting. King Tito was down, B. King Tito was done. After that day, King Tito was done. He got ICU transported up out of there, wherever they send him. But these dudes did a full rollout. Probably like about 20, 30 dudes fighting each other, stabbing. I just seen King Tito go down, B. He didn't have a chance in hell, man. I'm like, yo, man, he must have been a wild boy on the streets or something with the guns, B, because in there, dude ain't had no...
He ain't had no protection.
No protection, no hands. His people, he had some people that tried to help him. Yeah. Like I said,
They got their ass whooped too.
Yeah, they got it too, B. It was no stands. Because that's the thing, these young boys, you run your mouth, you pop a couple dudes out here, but when you go to prison and you meet some of them old dudes, if you ain't got no hands, B, they gonna F you up, B. They gonna rip the joint right off your head, B. So I suggest you never go to prison, chill out with the wild stuff and get your credit up, B, and go ahead and obtain what you need to obtain.
That's a fact.
Because you go there, and ain't nothing, and people get this thing where they talking about disrespect, but I'll get back to that. Let me jump on Keys, B. Because Keys is an idiot with this Viper joint.
Right.
So we going again. Now my man was like, we're gonna F your boy up, blase blah, he gonna get it. They didn't have them up in the yard. The yard is the worst spot to get caught up in because it take too long for the guards and stuff to get there and all that bull, you know.
So you really can get fucked up.
You
on
can
the
get
yard.
effed up bad on the yard because then people got them knives and stuff like that, the little shanks.
Right.
So we go to work. So, like I said, bro, we all sit together, Jersey City, Patterson, then you got Trent. So I see my man in there, they congregated in the back. Now, we only got one guard in there once you get checked. There's only one guard, and he way at the front by the front door in the cage. Then you got like a little long stint of a hallway, probably, but it's wide enough to fit rows of sewing machines. So you probably got like 3-4 sewing machines in a row that come across, but it go all the way back. So you're talking about probably like 15, 20 rows that go back, but it's across is a whole bunch of tables. And the same thing on the other side. And then right down there, you got the guard. But when he looks straight down, he only see like a blower or something, whatever that was, type of system in there. So you could go walk around it and be in the back of it. So like I said, we all sitting together. So I said, all right, we sitting there, sewing pants up, of course, some khakis. I see my man, called him homicide. Dudes from Patterson that been in Northern State know what I'm talking about. Tall, skinny young dude. Been in there probably like 16 years at that time. Went in at 18. So he calls him back there. Like, yo, man, hey, come here for a minute, man. So I'm telling him, like, yo, look back there, man. You see about 6 or 7 of them dudes sitting back there, man.
Don't go back there.
Do that look like a smart move, B, after I just finished telling you the week before?
Just told you.
Like, yo, man, you food on the plate, B. I ain't worried about nothing. You know, the big man talk, of course. I ain't worried about nothing. Dudes ain't doing nothing to me. I'm like, man, you just saw what happened to King Tito last week, man.
Right.
Hell, you talking about dudes ain't doing nothing to you, man? You a lesser man than him.
They call this nigga King Tito. Nigga.
Yeah, they call him
You
King.
just keys.
Yeah, bro, you just keys, man. You ain't got nothing going on in here, B.
Right.
They almost remind me of that get down and lay down with this dude, B.
Right.
So he gets up, walks back there, big man. Yo, 2 minutes later, B. Boop, boop, bop, boop, boop, boop. Joking laid out. Laid out, B. I felt so bad, right? I gets up, B. Yo, he laid out 6'3", 250. This joker like a surfboard right now, man. They done surfboard this dude, bro. He's stiff like a board.
Right.
So I gets up, man. I go back up there, B. I grab some tissue. I grab the tissue. I roll the tissue up in my hand.
Right.
Sits it down on the table. Yo, B, get up, B. Yo, wake up. Yo, get up, B.
Yeah, right.
Yo, you
Trying
effed
to
up.
tell
Bro.
you, nigga.
I picked this big dude up, bro. You know, he wobbling.
Right,
You 6'3",
right,
250, you
right.
wobbling.
Right.
I gotta hold you up straight, B. Hold.
Right.
Sits him on the table, B. Take this tissue, B. You bleeding all over, B.
Right.
So he patting his face with it. Lip split, nose busted up. I'm like, come on, B. I done told you, man.
Right.
I just told you don't walk back here, B.
Oh, I got it, nigga. These niggas ain't.
Nah, I ain't say nothing to that, B. That joke about he was tired. He had to get his thoughts back together. He didn't even know where he was at. So this big joker gets up. He wobbles to the cage with the cop. So, you know, I go sit down. I say, I know it's about to go down, bro. So here they go. Now all the guards come in. You know, the squad come in. Everybody down. Everybody at the table. Hands on the table. They going around checking people's knuckles. Checking everybody's knuckles. Find all the blankets and sheets in the garbage can, bloody in the mud. Man, they done beat this dude since, you know, wrap your hands up a little bit. So my man from Jersey City, he gonna look at me and say, Sheree, why you ain't helping? Why? I said, nigga, please.
Right.
Why? I didn't help him.
I eat with these niggas.
Yeah.
These my niggas.
The dude said this, man, what I'm gonna help him for? First of all, what I'm gonna help him for? I said, this dude bringing drugs and everything, right?
Right.
He eat by himself.
Right.
This dude didn't give me no blunt. He didn't give me nothing.
Nothing.
You know, Mo, he gave me nothing.
And I still looked out for this
And I
nigga.
still looked out for him, told him. I said, look, man, that ain't my problem, B. What part you don't understand, not my problem, B? You brought that amongst yourself. It ain't my job to help him, B. Now, if he was paying me,
Right.
it'd be different. I'm going to go down with the building.
Right.
If you was paying me,
Right.
or hitting me off with something, joking, give me a bag of oodles and noodles and a honey bun or something.
Right.
Nah, B, ain't give me none of that, man. I said the nerve of you, man. Don't come to me with that bub, man. That man got aired out. He got aired out. That's how I go, B. Get aired out, you get aired out. I said he's still living, ain't he? I said I know I helped him out. I gave him some tissue. And I picked him up, B.
Right.
That was all I could do.
That's
for the
all I
man.
could do for you.
That's it. He got aired out.
You feel me? I ain't putting my neck on the line. Pause. No homo. You know what I'm saying? For this.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
crazy. Okay. Before we get up out of here, now, when you got out, is that how you got to the job?
All right, the transition of the job now. I'm gonna give some power. I gotta go on my Louis Farrakhan
Go
beat.
ahead,
You know,
ahead.
now through all my experience, it was a whole lot of things, the situations that took place while I was in prison. Of course, I ain't going to know all the stories. There's a whole lot of things in between that I did.
Yeah.
Like I said, you know, the assaults I had jumped off, and this is my peoples from North. Mostly I dealt with, you know what I mean? People from Patterson, I only sold the drugs, and we beat up quite a few people over there too. But you know, that was a block thing, right? That was my
right,
people
facts.
from the block.
Right.
But other than that, you know, in between. But when I came home, the bottom line was I came home. I still wasn't beat for the work thing, you know what I mean? But you get put in a situation, you gotta take care of your peoples, man. Your peoples gotta eat. Your wife gotta eat. You know what I mean? She don't want to hear you ain't want to work for the man and none of that, bro. You know what I mean? Ain't no, your family ain't trying to see you go back to prison because all that support that you get, all those meals, because I don't eat beef or pork. So I'm in prison consistently, don't eat no beef or pork, B. So I got to get my peoples. I ain't leave like $10 million out there, Joker. So I got to get my peoples. They got to, you know, they got to support you. So they, you know, they made sure my
Ain't
books
got
stay
another
right.
round of that shit.
Yeah, so you know they get tired of that because it take toll on them too.
Right.
So you know they made sure I ate, made sure my books stayed good. You know what I mean?
Right.
Wife made sure I had everything I needed. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when I came home, 3 weeks later I got the job where I'm currently at now. You know what I mean? Been there for about 15 years. And like I said, you know, and the opportunity is slim. Once you get that record, it's slim. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everybody's still being judgmental off of you as far as when you talk about corporate.
Right.
Even when you talk about the simple renting a house or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
All these things affect you. When I was young, them things still affect you. You know what I mean? If I wanted to go rent something, everything I got to do, I got to buy it. You know what I mean? Straight out buy it. It ain't no, let me hold that or let me rent that or let me lease that, bro. You know what I mean? Or when you try to go get yourself an apartment or something, if you ain't getting it in your girl name, you could can it. You know what I mean? Because certain places ain't giving you nothing.
Because your name fucked up.
Yeah, so, you know, and then entrepreneurship, you got to work just as hard. You know what I mean? So it ain't nothing easy once you get that record, man. Once you obtain that record, it becomes a lot. You create a lot of obstacles for yourself.
Right.
Now, granted, it's easy for a black man to get a record. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Because they definitely let some of these dudes get the same charges. The Caucasian brothers and all that, and all of these white dudes, they, you know, they let them go. 9 out of 10, they let them dudes go.
That's a fact.
Us, they give the record ASAP. You know what I mean? You being judged from the door. So, you know, as long as you got that paper on you, it's kind of effed up for you to obtain anything now. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's hard for people to give you that opportunity for you to succeed. Now, in my corporate situations or my management situation, this was all done by, of course, white dudes gave me that opportunity that I spoke to. Like, look,
Right.
yo, man, I got a record. Yeah, it's effed up and everything, you know. But I'm here to do my job, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I had to go that route. You ain't got no choice unless you're going to start something up yourself, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I needed something quick. I ain't had time to, like, you know,
Right.
build off of that, you know, build it.
Right.
Nah, I need something now. My family got to eat now. My kid got to eat now.
That's a fact.
So, you know, and that's the route I took, you know what I mean? So I can't say nothing, you know, it's been a blessing. I got this job and it's been a blessing. What I do, I try to help all my brothers that come in there.
That's a fact.
You try to get that, you know, get that opportunity, you know, to make them some dough. You could cake off, you know what I mean? You saw some of them,
Yeah.
you saw some of them joints I showed you.
That's a fact.
You know, and they were stacks. They wasn't
That's a
like,
fact.
you know what I mean, like
Right.
like 2 stacks, 3 stacks.
Yeah.
They was like, you know, 10 stacks,
Yeah.
5
I
stacks.
seen it, yeah.
They definitely gave me that,
That's
you know
a
what I mean?
fact.
So you want to give everybody the opportunity. I want to try to give everybody the opportunity to succeed. You know what I mean?
Right.
And not fail. Whether you stay there, like you said, that was just a stint in your life. You know what I mean?
Right.
You pass through, but we try to give everybody that opportunity or the little bit of knowledge I have on for my brothers to succeed because it's definitely against you.
And I can vouch for that because shit at the job, I was doing stupid shit. You feel me? And you know what I'm saying? You ain't let them motherfuckers fuck over us. You feel me? Period. Point blank. Like, nah, look, we ain't doing this. You know what I'm saying? And I respect you for that. Like, and they was trying though.
Oh yeah,
You feel
yeah.
me? They was trying. But you know what I'm saying? You wasn't going for that shit. You feel me? And I respect that shit. And you know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers that's there now, the white motherfuckers that's there, fuck y'all.
Yeah,
You
they
hear me?
terrible, B.
Fuck y'all. You feel me? Y'all ain't shit, man. But you know what I'm saying? But my nigga came from, you feel me, slanging, went to prison, you feel me, helping niggas up from getting their ass beat, you feel me, to,
Oh, that's definitely a consistent thing, B.
yeah, you feel me?
As I got older, I tried to become a negotiator and not let it pop off. Definitely with my black brothers, man. I try not to let it pop off. Now, if I was young, it didn't make no difference. You know what I mean? Split a head, don't matter who it is. It is what it
Chill,
is.
bro. You know, now you stop lying to my peoples.
Man, it is.
I
what it
know
is,
you,
B.
nigga. Bro. I had to, bro. It took every muscle in my body to keep this nigga from hurting this man at work, man.
Look, hold. I
Nah.
ain't say I forgot things. You know what I mean?
Nah, I'm
You
talking.
get in
I'm like,
altercations,
I'm
B.
looking at this man like Sharif, bro. Look at me, man. This me, B. Chill, man. This B. I gotta knock his head off his shoulder. I'm like, nah, man. We ain't gonna work.
Hey, wait, man, don't bring up all those
You feel me?
situations.
Chill. You gotta relax,
Hey,
bro.
wait,
So
I had a couple
lot of my
situations.
people.
Nah, seriously, I do. I try not to get there or to the point where you get pissed off. Now, granted, I did punch a few people after, you know what I mean? Even on my
On the clock.
on the clock. Yeah, people I punched dudes on the clock, B.
That's
I threatened
crazy.
dudes on the clock, B. It didn't make no difference.
That's
But
crazy.
they had to get to that point where I'm at that point where I'm gonna F a joke up.
Right.
But for the most part, I ain't say I was Martin Luther King, B. I said Malcolm X.
Right,
B.
right.
You know, my Malcolm X joint, B. I ain't say Martin
Right,
Luther.
right,
I ain't trying to march in peace.
Right.
Some dudes just don't understand.
Right.
But you try to give everybody the opportunity in whatever direction they want to go. Entrepreneurship, I hold my hand up to that. You know what I mean? Do that. It's still a hustle. Dude, you got the hustle, man. It ain't nobody giving you nothing. My man started this podcast here. You got the hustle. Ain't nobody just handing it to you. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
So, to my brothers that be hustling out there on the block and doing all that, now learn from the older generation that already went through it. You know what I mean?
Talk.
You wanna if you wanna succeed and make that money, make sure your credit good. You gotta learn this system, B.
Talk.
It ain't and I'm all for my black people with the power, man. But learn the system. Learn how to utilize it for your benefit and your gain. You know what I mean? You build that economic wealth, man. And the way you do that, you make sure you got good credit. Keep your name clean, man. Ain't nothing better than a clean name, man. If you ever experience that credit walking in that dealership, you want that Benz, man. You can work at McDonald's and drive a Benz.
Talk that shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You gotta have that good credit. You walk into a place, bro, and get denied. There ain't nothing wrong. It ain't nothing. That feeling right there, B. When you go in there and you want that, what they like down here, them Hellcats and all that bull.
Yeah.
Them Dodgers, whatever they
I
is.
know
Man.
what you're talking about.
They
Yeah,
love them
yeah.
cars down here, man.
Yeah.
You want to purchase them things, man, and them items. You guard that name, bro.
Right.
You guard that name. Whatever name you have, you guard it. You protect that name, man, and you make sure that credit good. And that's all you need, man. You obtain everything you want. The houses you want, the jobs you want, because jobs is running credit too now.
Mm-hmm.
So, that job you want, whatever, or that entrepreneurship, you start small and you build it, man. You start in your community.
Right.
I mean, and you just build it, man. That's how that work, man. So all that gangster popping up brothers, you need your brothers, man, and y'all killing them off quickly.
Talk.
You know what I mean? You can't do that, man. There's no power, man, when you eliminating your only ally. Your ally is your brothers, your black brothers and sisters, man. You can't eliminate your allies. And that's what
Talk.
you're doing, you know what I mean?
Yes,
You're
sir.
allowing the foe to increase its numbers, man. The system and those of the Caucasian persuasions, man, that's against us, you know what I mean?
Right.
They've been there since they brought us over here.
Facts.
So, y'all got to build like that, man. Stop killing each other and learn the economics, man.
Talk. I just want to say thank you for coming.
I
fuck with
appreciate
us,
it,
you
man.
feel me?
Most
My
definitely,
motherfucking
man.
dog, you feel me?
Yeah, when we want to talk about that gangster real bull, man,
You feel me? That's a
I'll
fact.
be back, man.
You feel
We
me?
just did a briefing on
That's
a quick
fact.
brief for me.
That's a fact. You feel me? This my dog. You feel me?
But yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying? 7 Mile, better mile. You niggas never touched 100,000. You feel me? And shout out to my boy Uncle Harold. You feel me? Uncle
yeah.
Harold. You feel me? Shout out to my boy Chuck. I love you, Chuck. You feel me? I'm gonna come holler at you in a couple days, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I fuck with everybody, man. I love y'all, man. We out, man. You feel me?